Morality is a way of looking at life which defines right and wrong behavior. I've learned that we have freedom, along with wisdom, to determine whether an act is either good or bad, and that the wisdom within us comes from God. Morality is also an indication that when a person is doing the right thing, they must not cause pain. The natural law and our conscience were given to us to help guide us in the right path. The general law has a great impact on me because it helped me come to the conclusion that one is not making the right decisions if pain is involved. I also learned that the three traditional sources of morality have allowed me to think about the long or short term effects of my actions or decisions. For example, the second traditional source, the intention, plays a huge role in my moral decision making because it allows me to stop and think about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. This also benefits me in the future in situations such as job decision making or situations in which competition can be involved because it helps me come to the conclusion that God wants us to perform good acts with good intentions and not good acts with bad intentions. Throughout this unit, I also learned that morality can be based on one's relationship with God. In the Christian faith, Christian morality is based on one's relationship with Jesus Christ. This means that one must interpret God before they act. Morality also includes moral relativism and moral absolutism. These two different aspects of morality have taught me that what is true for one person might not be true for another. I've learned that moral relativism is the belief that there are no fixed values in morality, whereas moral absolutism is the belief of an action to either be good or bad, not both. This unit has also helped me learn that moral absolutism and moral relativism can be used in the relationship between ethics and morality. Ethics guides morality because ethics is a search for infinite good. This can be a benefit to me in the future because ethics gives visions to our actions, which means that it will give vision to my actions. Therefore, it deals with the good actions that I would intend to do, and morality is the aspect that would help me choose which way would help me attain the infinite good. The STOP model and the Kohlberg stages of moral development are two influential principles that are great in guiding people towards good moral decision making. They both help me because they played a huge role in my moral decision making because they both consisted of various steps that have helped me come to decisions by thinking of others, such as God and family, before I make any decisions or act in any way. Therefore, the two principles have helped me and have guided me in situations which I had to choose which way to act in a positive manner. The unit about work has taught me that work does not only benefit us economically, but work provides dignity and meaning. It has to do with how people feel about themselves and how they are valued by others. The unit has also taught me that work has motives such as earning money to fulfill ambitions, to develop a sense of dignity, to do what one loves to do, to build the earth, and to answer a call. These motives can be an escort in helping me choose a career path. For example, the motive to build the earth has played an impact in choosing my career path because the field I want to pursue gives me motivation to build better conditions for life on earth. Helping the earth become a better place is one of the motives that help motivate me to pursue a career in civil engineering. I also learned that work comes with problems and hazards. Work doesn't only have positive effects, but it can also be hazard in some situations. Problems or situations which lead to negative effects of work include work addiction, competition, conformity, repetition and dullness, moral conflicts, discrimination, also rapid changes such as technology and unemployment. These hazards taught me that work can sometimes lead to an unhealthy and negative life, which can affect people physically and mentally. This taught me that in the future, I personally try and do my best and avoid problems and hazards of work in order to stay motivated in what I do and in order to avoid problems in the near future. Over the years, unemployment and underemployment have increased mostly due to the reliance on technology. With a huge amount of employed citizens, there's still a huge amount of people who are unemployed, and this is due to many reasons such as discrimination, racism, competition, and mainly underemployment. This leads to illegal activities such as working under the table, which is the act of working illegally and getting paid without records. Sadly, jobs are being provided, but not enough are provided to meet everybody's needs, which limits work opportunities. People don't only work to support themselves and to be successful, but people work because it was God's intention for us as human beings. Throughout this unit, I've learned that God has gifted us all with different and unique talents so that we are able to express and share them through work. For example, we all possess different talents that are given to us by God, but most of us tend to pursue careers that relate to around our talents and gifts. This taught me that God intends for us to do what we love and what we are good at. We are intended to do what we love because by doing so, we become one step closer to becoming better co creators with God. Therefore, individuals possess different talents that were given to them by God in order to help them come together and share their talents and creativity, and in order to create a better world.
Well, hello, and welcome to the Sabria Live Show. Today we'll be speaking about poverty and love. Just give me a second. My latte, sorry. Anyways, so poverty, beginning with poverty. Poverty, as you all know, is a huge ongoing problem that occurs all over the world. It's a state of being extremely poor due to many different reasons. I've learned that there's invisible poverty, which is poverty that cannot be seen, and I've also learned that there is relative poverty, which is poverty that is due to a lack of basic needs. So invisible poverty occurs in all countries and is invisible because ruler people are forgotten by us. Therefore, poverty doesn't make it to the news, which is why some people are still unaware of poverty. Not only this, but invisible poverty exists through people who are poor and live in the same areas as people who are not poor. Or it also occurs in areas that are found away from downtown areas where nobody knows they exist. One of the major causes is the technology. Today we rely more on technology than we did back a few years ago. I learned that poverty is like a disease due to the factors that promote poverty. So the factors of poverty are realization to the fact that poverty can be prevented with the help of everyone, with the help of us. Preventing poverty plays a huge role in my life, only because in Islam, one of the 5 pillars that we have is to donate money, donate your earnings, some of your earnings, to the poor and needy. This unit has helped me realize that poverty is a huge ongoing problem and that getting involved in any activities that will help others out of poverty is a goal of mine. So I hope that I follow what God has intended me to do and donate some of my earnings to people who actually need it and people who could make use of it. This unit also taught me that since everyone is equal in God's eyes, the poor should not have to be treated any differently than we are. I've also learned that we cannot leave our brothers and sisters in poverty, and that since God sighs and identifies with the poor, so should we. We shouldn't be treated any differently than how the poor are, because it's not their fault that they are poor. It also made me realize that Jesus knew the hardship of poverty, since he himself experienced it. But he transformed it by bringing a new life of it. So therefore, we should bring a new life out of poverty. I believe that just because I'm not facing poverty doesn't mean others should have to. Moving on to our next topic. Our next topic is love, which you all love. So love is a strong affection towards someone. It can be expressed towards a significant other, through friendship, through family, or maybe to the person you stare at in chemistry class. Anyways, so love is expressed through feelings and emotions, as you all know, and it comes in different types, such as self-love, friendship, and romantic love. So I've learned that in order for someone to love others, they first must love themselves by accepting themselves. This means that one must truly accept who they truly are and have self-confidence and assurance. So you must be able to express confidence to acknowledge your meaning on earth. So one must be able to accept who they are and accept the fact that God created everyone equally. We're all equal. So love can also occur between friends. That doesn't mean you love them, you want to marry them. Another type of love is romantic love. This occurs when one person feels eternal and destined toward another person. It can occur in 2 types, infatuation and idolizing. So I learned that infatuation is a pitiful romantic love and is an instant desire, whereas idolizing is seeing someone as the answer to all prayers and dreams, such as Channing Tatum, for example. I also learned that love and relationship consist of unhealthy characteristics. The unhealthy characteristics include jealousy, codependence, economic abuse, criticism, and enabling. These characteristics have taught me that the idea of love can manipulate one person into believing that abuse in a relationship can be done due to intensive love. So learning about the characteristics of an healthy relationship have allowed me to become aware of the fact that there's actually people out there who will manipulate you and take advantage of you. Therefore, I've learned that these characteristics can be indistinguishable, but can have a great impact if they are not visible in a relationship. So the unit taught me to be open-minded about being in a relationship and about falling in love. It taught me that by being in a relationship, we have to encounter the person that we are with and treat them the way that we would want to be treated. I learned that marriage is a natural blessing or gift, and that it's unique. It's a unique union between two people, and it's a sign of Christ's love for the church. By having a significant other, we are able to help each other grow and become holy in order to lead each other into heaven. The unit has impacted me because it made me realize how important marriage is, since it leads us to love like God. It made me come to the conclusion that marriage means so much more than what it looks like today. It's a sacrament that enables us to be called to love like God. It also made me realize that bringing new life to this world is an extraordinary way to do what God intended of us to do. This unit motivated me and made me look forward to having a family in the near future. This unit was an eye-opener to the idea of love and marriage. It helped me realize that marriage is a unique way of spreading the love to others the way that God loves us. A major approach to love like God is to be selfless and open-minded. So this unit has taught me that every human being deserves to love and be loved, and that we are created by God in order to love like God through the act of marriage. And to end the show today, since we just spoke about love, tomorrow's show will be about how to use MuslimMatching.com. Thank you and have a great day!